that I look for when establishing friendships? There's so many variables that go into friendships. One of the things that I've learned is pay attention to how you feel when you're around someone. Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel love? Those are things that I really pay attention to. Of course, like the godly aspect of it, but I'm really big on like social emotional and feeling protected. I want to be my authentic self when I'm around somebody. I don't want to be thinking if that person will be going on me behind my back or talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to feel loved. Like. So that's one of the things that I pay attention to in friendships. I'm Keon Hill. I am 27 years old, and I proudly serve as the principal at New Chapel Christian Academy. My pops is a pastor. I am a PK.
I want to be connected to someone that inspires me because I do believe that like iron sharpens iron. I want friends that are not necessarily on my level. That's great, but I definitely want friends that have leveled up because I feel like you are who you're with, you know. So having someone in my corner that can be my accountability partner, that can inspire me to be my best self, that can push me, that's definitely important, in addition to the things that you said. I agree.
Hey, I'm Rhonda McClendon. I am 38 years old. In addition to being a sales director full-time, I am a podcaster part-time. I'm one half of Friending. I like to think of myself as a friendship expert, and I got references. My friends will tell you I'm a pretty good friend.
Now, I think one of the things that's really critical for me that I really look for in relationships, you guys know who Darius Daniels is. Yeah. Pastors out of Change Church. Yeah. I could not unhear it when I heard it, but he said, God sends help, not company.
Hello, my name is Khalil McLean. I'm 25 years old, and I am the owner and personal trainer of Fit Camp 101. I don't do much outside of hang out with friends, go to church, go to the gym, and train clients. I'm honestly just trying to break generational curses.
But also, too, like, I look for, like, the attraction, like, the spark. It kind of should feel, like, divine. Like, I've already known you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, what? Yeah. That's crazy. Like, I remember my man's, I'm like, dang, I see you with the waves. And so my man was pulling up. So things like that, you look for situations like that. That's when God's really in the midst.
I was always taught, like, you never want to be the biggest fish in the room, right? Don't want to be in the tank with people the same size as you. Like, I want to be in the tank with the piranha, and I'm just a beta fish, you know? Because I think that, like you said, you can grow from being in the room with people who inspire you, who influence you, but who also can correct you, right? Like we talk about accountability and having accountability partners. I don't want yes men as friends. I want somebody that can check me and put me back where I need to be so that I can get back on the road to going where I want to go. Hi, I'm Amani Reed. I am 28 years old. I am a graphic designer. I also dibble and dabble in photo and video when I feel like it. Just, you know, creative at heart.
For me, I look for a friendship, you know, where I have friends that can pour back into me too. Mentally, spiritually, you know, that's just the type of energy that I like. But also, you know, of course, like the confidant aspect, people that you can really confide in and trust them with your secrets and trust them, you know, with your words and vice versa. But also, I'm big on having people in my corner that actually believe in, like, the things that I want to do, like the visions that I have, the way that I want to change the world, the way that I want to inspire and impact people. What's going on? My name is Cedric Moore. I'm 27 years old, and I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. I'm also the co-founder of More Faith, which is a vehicle that me and one of my best friends, we started at the height of the pandemic in 2020. We wanted to use it as a tool to be able to encourage people from all over the world. And now, you know, the main focus for More Faith is to intersect faith with culture.
I think at the baseline, though, something that we didn't say, which I think is just like natural fun. Like just fun. I'm talking about that spark, but like somebody that's into the things that I'm into, people that's gonna laugh at the same stupid jokes that I like. You know, I have
compatibility.
one of my best friends. I can just look at her
and just laugh.
You definitely need a good time.
Yeah, you need somebody that you can, sharpen you, mentor you, guide you, all of that. But you also like just want to have a good time.
Yeah. Somebody you can just let your hair down with.
Absolutely.
Sure.
My favorite friends are the friends that I can do nothing with.
We don't do the absolute most with at the same
time. Have the best time. So.
But I think that's why friendships are so important when it comes to different circles of friends. And I think each of us, I'm sure we have different circles of friends, of people who we can go to get that iron sharpened. And then those we can just
platonically have fun with and just enjoy life with, and then others who can hold us accountable. You know, you want to have a variety of people because, of course, God wants to, he is relational.
Right.
You know, God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus all do something different.
Right.
But they're an amazing entity in itself. But you have to have that, you know.
Yeah.
I was
I mean, pretty much.
ice is
Not the
broken.
South.
We're good.
Something slight, not doing too much. Hello, my name is Crystal Hilliard, and I'm 35 years old, and I believe that I am a dope friend. Some of the things that I enjoy are dancing, having great outings with my girlfriends. I'm recently married, so I enjoy having time, spending quality time with my husband and enjoying him and his family. I think it's so important to have a variety of friends who can pour into you because, like you said, they're seasonal. There's seasons where, hey, me and Rhonda may be cool today or tomorrow, and then tomorrow we might not because of something. It might not have been anything, but you know, life just tends to pull people away or transition them to different things, and just being okay with that, you know, So I think that's dope.
I don't want to say it's a disagreement because I understand. I do believe that everyone has a purpose within your life, but that statement, friend, like friend, I don't have different circles of friends.
You don't?
I don't. And I've always felt kind of like a crazy person when I say that, but I don't. Every person that I call a friend can operate anywhere with me. We can go to church. We go to brunch right afterwards downtown. You know what I'm saying? And we having a good time. We kicking it. They can be around my cousins and my aunts and my family, and then we can be just on some chill stuff. Like we ain't got nowhere to go. We just driving. It's 2 a.m. and we just talking. Like they operate in all parameters, and that's why I can call them a friend. Because
How many of those do you have? How many of those do you have?
Bro, like 5.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I think anything outside of that type of realm is more so of an associate, and I'd rather call it that as opposed to mislabel it and be like, that's my friend. And then when it's that season where, you know, the test of time or storm happens where, you know what I'm saying, it's no longer convenient for our relationship to operate the capacity it was before. You know, maybe we worked together before, we don't work together no more. So we was friends then in that season. God used us to cover each other, you know, grace for each other, prayer.
Right.
But maybe in that next season where that maturity is supposed to mature and we're supposed to be calling and scheduling, and now we're still expecting to be on some flyby, call your phone, you come out whenever I say so type stuff. It's like, like for that season we were friends, but now this season it's like we have to be okay with transitioning into those next seasons where it's like once a friend was an associate, and then you know how God is, bro. It might be another situation where somebody that was a mentee grows and is able to become a friend. So I'm such a stickler with that word friend.
I think that's good to be a stickler for that. I think that's a good mindset to have. But I also think there's different levels of friends at the same time.
I agree.
Because you know you got your best friend, then you might you might have like some friends at work, you know, that you know whatever the case is. And I think for me, that's just how it is for me. So I got different friends for different things, you know. I got some friends that I grew up with who I love to death. They love me to death, but I also know they're not on the same spiritual tip that I'm on, you know what I'm saying? So getting them to come to church might be like hard, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I love them any less. That doesn't mean I care for them any type of less. You know, I still hope and I'm praying that they'll get to that level some point, but I think it's just, for me, I just have them in different buckets for different things.
And I think that happens too. You know, I think about at 25, I didn't have as many friends as I have today. Some of them at 25 aren't my friends anymore. You know, like you said, you go through a season. It could have just been life, like nothing even happened. You know, I've had friends who went on to get married that are now moms, and our lives are just so different that we don't spend as much time together, or they live in a different state, and we're still friends. Like we still check in, it's all good. But she's probably with her mom friends now. You know, I'm not a mom, but I love it that you said for the most part they can be with each other. You know, that's dope.
If you can get it. If you can get it, that's amazing. Because that sounds like your core group. I have a core group.
Same.
The core group is the only group.
And that's
I don't have the type of capacity, because I'm a strong, like I give, like I'm a very generous person. So just imagine, I mean, even you guys, even doing ministry, like you understand, you want to connect with everyone.
Right, yeah.
You can't connect with everybody. You can't remember everybody's cousins, everybody's kids, everybody's grandbabies, what this person does for work, when this vacation is. Like, you get to that point in time where you go through a couple seasons and it's like, okay, you know, I keep wondering why, when I get in these storms, why my prayer life and why my worship life is getting shaky. And it's like I'm leaning on unstable surfaces. Like, y'all my peoples and it's cool, but like, you know, I'm human. Whenever I'm going through pain, I go towards comfort. So maybe I might shy away from them friends that's telling me what I want to hear.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm shying away from those folks that's really pouring into me, and I'm pouring into, you know, the folks that's just going to be, I'm preferring company over help. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry, I wanted to add one more thing. Just from a practical standpoint, I really like the point that you made, though, about how friends transition to different things depending on where your life is, right? And I think the recipe for a good friend is somebody that can understand that maturity, that we may grow apart in some, you know, in some areas of our life, you know what I'm saying? But like, you're still my friend, but I understand that, you know, you have a family now, and that's your priority. So we can't spend as much time anymore. Like, my thing right now is chasing my purpose in life. So it's like, that's where my attention and energy goes to. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, I know that if we get together twice a year, it's gonna be a great time.
We left off.
And I think it's just, I think that's, when you talk about friendships, I think that's just it's a sign of maturity.
I believe our friendships or relationships are important to Christ or God because he wants his kingdom to reign here on earth. All the angels doing up there is having relations and enjoying each other and fellowshipping and partying and having a good time, and they're all praising God. And I believe he wants that same thing down here with us and with the ones that he's created.
I think God wants us to be in relationship with each other because he made us that way. You know, in the beginning, he made Adam and then he made Eve, right? Like, he gave Adam a partner, a helpmate. And so I think that he desires community for us, and that we're not meant to do life alone.
As humans, though, you know, we innately desire community. Like, that's how we thrive. Right. And even when Khalil was talking to us offline, he was saying how, like, being alone is not a good space to be in, bro. Especially in this walk. It's imperative that we have people I can call, I can call Khalil, call Ron, you know what I'm saying? I can call you up like, I'm struggling with this, bro. I'm struggling with lust. I'm struggling with forgiveness. Like, I'm struggling in my relationship with Christ. Like, he not showing up for me. Like, how you get through this? It's imperative that we have that community for us to go and grow.
Yeah, because isolation is the trick of the enemy,
for
essentially, right? And it's like when you
Devil's
by yourself,
That's right.
yeah, your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your emotions are feeling, your mind will take it to the 1,000th power, you know what I'm saying? And for some people, that's how some people could struggle with suicide. That's how some people could struggle with lust. You know what I'm saying? That's how some people get, like we talked about accountability, you know, that's just that comes with relationship, you know, with your friends, with your brothers, your sisters, whoever your circle is. So I feel like, you know, the like you said, the community aspect of having friends is necessary on this walk. It's something that you're not meant to do alone.
I think it's hard for people to develop relationships with other people because I don't know that we really know how to do that well. I don't know that we're taught how to do relationship well. I think that it's expected that we glean that in maybe from like how we're raised or the people that we end up connecting with. But I think sometimes we do surface with people rather than doing real friendship or real relationship with them, which means getting into like the nitty gritty sometimes and learning how to go through the phases and the different seasons of life with people. And I also think that sometimes that's hard, not just because we haven't been taught how to do that, but because maybe we've had some situations that have went left in our friendships or in our relationships. And so again, we move out of that trauma and we have a hard time making new friends. Like, that's my testimony. I no new friends because I got a little trauma and I know I'm not all the way healed yet. And so it's harder for me to just be open and to just trust people because, yeah, you might go ahead and slice me when I'm not looking, and I'm not okay with that, which is why I need a friend like Peter, just in case.
Yeah, like my man Drake said, no new friends. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I came from a very broken household, so it's very difficult to trust individuals with, you know, your ideas or, you know, your visions or your designs, whatever the case may be. So it's being able to, and this is what I'm healing from, but it's being able to like forgive in the moment, of any past offense that any new relationships have created, and then being able to like give this person an honest chance, but still using discernment?
Now, my challenges are a little different. I think because in more recent, I've taken a step in my walk with Christ. So trying to figure out and find friends who are in that same realm, but also, quite frankly, who not too churchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying.
I feel that.
Yeah, so I'm still me, but at the same time, I am on the path where I'm trying to go and grow closer with Christ. So trying to find that balance, bro, has been my biggest struggle. But yeah, it's just a constant trying to, but also keep myself accountable, because there is a certain standard that Christ holds us to.
So I think friendship gets this thing of like, if we're not perfectly getting along all the time, we're not friends. And so that is the part that makes it difficult, because I find that people put unrealistic expectations on the perfection of friendship when it's not. It's a relationship. It's not perfect at all. But it can be hard, and especially because I think there is an incredible amount of pressure. I would say more than romantic relationships, more than familial relationships, there's this pressure put on friendships that they have to be great all the time, that they cannot have difficulty, that you cannot fall out, that you
conflict.
You just can't have conflict. So, you know, I need to be able to find people that understands that realistically, yes, I love you. Yes, we get along, but I'm an individual. You're an individual. We might not always like what the other one is doing.
I really like, you know, the point that you made about, you know, people having this idea that friends can't fall out. And like, as you know, as we all said, like, that's just not true. I think the good thing about butting heads, and if you do have a fallout, it gives the opportunity to rebuild and to restructure that friendship, right?
And you should be learning something.
Exactly.
That there should be a lesson in the fallout.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Something that you didn't know before. What I really think is the key word, you know, when it comes to new friendships or just bringing new people in life, is just discernment. You know, we should be spending time, you know, in our word. We should be spending time with God just to sharpen that spirit of discernment, because without that, you know, we'll be letting people in our lives to do any and everything.
So do I think that past hurts can affect how we do friendship? 110%.